Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we're going to be looking at spring dresses. I've got a bunch of them on the rack behind me. Obviously the situation's a little bit weird at the moment. If you're thinking about shopping for new clothes and you might be a little bit stuck as to what to spend your money on, but I feel like I found the perfect solution to dressing up indoors, and that is buying these beautiful long dresses. I've been living in dresses right now. If it's not joggers and sweats, I've just been chucking on a dress. It's super easy to do. Obviously there's no place for like tailoring, fancy dresses, heels, anything like that, so it's basically back to basics. So that's basically what I've been living in recently. I'm going to show you some of the dresses that I've recently purchased, and I think there's a really nice selection here to show you. And the beautiful thing about dresses, it's perfect for spring when it's getting a little bit warmer, and also there's days when I find that I want to feel a little bit more dressed up. Like joggers isn't just going to cut it, denim shorts isn't going to cut it, so I want to feel a little bit more like me. I'm still enjoying fashion, so that's when the perfect dress comes into play for spring. So let's start with the one that I'm wearing. This is from ZARA. I fell in love with this one immediately. I love how voluminous the sleeves are. We saw this last year, a lot of milkmaid sleeves, and they're not going anywhere. But the volume in this ZARA dress is unreal, and I think it's a super flattering neckline. I love how low it dips as well, and then this really nice knotted detail here. This one nips in at the waist really nicely. I'm actually a size small in ZARA dresses. I used to be an extra small in most of the other pieces, but for dresses I always take a size small just because I do find that they are quite tight around the waist sometimes, or the hips if it's more of a fitted style. This one just nips in here really nicely, and then it just softly billows out into a long skirt. It hits me about at the ankle, and for reference guys, I always tell you I'm 165 centimeters, 5'5". This one is a linen cotton blend. It's also lined as well, so it's gonna give you full coverage, because I know sometimes when you buy a white dress, especially if the high street it didn't cost too much, you always worry about showing your underwear. But this one's perfect. It is double lined. You're not gonna get any panty line on show or like any color displacement here. Because it's quite a feminine shape, I would probably wear it with like a really chunky sandal. So like these DM sandals, for example, I think would look really nice with this dress because it's so feminine, and also the white and the black offset each other really nicely in like a monochrome way. Alright, so next up I've got a really beautiful dress, again from ZARA. I actually bought this for my birthday and it arrived a day late. I had my birthday in quarantine this year. I picked this because the colour, firstly, stood out to me, and second of all, I love really delicate thin straps. It's like they're barely there, they're so delicate. Which I think is super flattering on like the décolleté shoulder area. It's got an empire waist, which is not a style of dress I usually wear, but the reason I think it works really well on this one is because it's cut right under the bust area, and then it just goes out to the most amazingly full voluminous skirt. It's quite dramatic, but it doesn't seem dowdy because it's got those really skinny straps, which I think is going to look quite sexy on. So let's put it on. Okay, so second dress. Honestly, when I saw this dress online, I thought, that's gorgeous. And as ZARA are well known for, it was in a really awkward position on the model. She was doing something like this. And I was like, I don't really know what it's going to look like, but I took a gamble, and this is going to be my favourite item on the rail for sure. Like I said, with these little spaghetti straps, they are so delicate on the décolleté. It's just really feminine. I like how it crosses over at the back. Again, super feminine with the X there. The bust is a little bit tight. I don't have a huge bust, so I definitely would recommend sizing up, because if this area is tight, I would size up just to get the extra room. It doesn't really matter if you get the extra material because there is no fit or form to this bottom bit, so I would definitely recommend sizing up from your usual size. But I love this empire waist. I love how fitted it is to the bust. You can pull up the boobs a little bit, get a bit of cleavage, and then it's just got this massive skirt. It's so much fun. And wait for this. Pockets. I love that. That's so cool. This dress has exceeded all my expectations. Again, with the chunky sandals, I really like it. It adds a little bit of masculinity into what is a very pink, feminine dress. I'm going to be wearing this all summer. You could even wear it to a wedding. It's just, I think, beautiful. It's a showstopper. Next up is a dress that I actually normally wouldn't go for. I don't think it's particularly my style, even though I'm so drawn to this type of dress all the time. I do tend to pick it up a lot in shops. I love the style of print. I love the style and shape. I just don't know if it's too busy for me, but I was drawn to it instantly, so I did put it in my basket and I did buy it. So let's try it on and have a little look. This reminds me of a dress my mum used to wear in the 90s by Laura Ashley. It's got that really beautiful vintage inspired print. It feels super vintage. I love it. It's just a beautiful dress. I'm not sure if it's my style, but I really want to try it on and just see what it looks like. I've got to be honest, I love it. It's not, like I said, normally what I would go for, but this one feels a little bit less girly than a lot of the other shapes I've tried, and I think that's because the sleeves are slightly longer. You know when you see those like flimsy, whimsical tea dresses, and they're all like very flowery, and then the sleeves are very short and puffy like this. It feels very young. But this one, it feels definitely more womanly, more grown up. I like the fact that it's got a little bit of a longer sleeve as well. It fits like a dream. I'm wearing a small, there's plenty of room in the waist, but I kind of like that because it feels like a very light, floaty summer dress. Again, the covered buttons are really, really pretty. I like that there's a lot of attention to detail in the waist area here, like a little bit of ribbing, corseting, and then in the bust you've got a little bit of gathering here as well, so it leaves you a bit of room depending on your boob size. Elastication here, great. And then that little tiered hem as well is super nice. Yeah, I love the colours. To be honest, I would probably wear my hair back when I wear this, just because if I feel like I've got my hair down, it adds to an extra bit of femininity, which I probably want to avoid if I was wearing such a flowery dress. Again, you can always pair it with your like super clunky, chunky, masculine sandals, and that'll give you a little bit more of an edge as well. Stop it from being too whimsical, which is what I try and avoid when I wear florals. So going from busy florals through to the opposite end of the spectrum, I have a piece from COSS that I want to show you. I haven't shopped at COSS in ages. I used to wear their stuff all the time because it was a really easy way to have like quite minimal design focused pieces at quite a good price. I wore them a lot through university when I went to fashion uni. I feel like a lot of their stuff is very timeless, but again, it's because it isn't trend driven, sometimes it's not trendy enough for me. But this dress I thought was gorgeous. I love the fact it's a linen blend, so it's perfect for spring, summer. Alright, so this is my next dress. As you can see, it's very typically COSS design. It's got that very minimal look. I don't want to say shapeless, but it is quite shapeless. There's nothing sexy about COSS's designs. It's very tailored, it's very androgynous. I just thought it's so COSS, but I love it. I tied my hair back because this is how I would probably wear it. Probably wouldn't wear necklaces either. I think the neckline's really lovely. It's quite structured. I'd probably wear a pair of really gold chunky hoops rather than necklaces to spoil the neckline, and just leave that blank and then just have the focus here at the ears, hair tied back. Very simple, very glamorous, in a very like refined and just simple way. So yeah, this is a linen dress, which is obviously perfect for the warmer months. It's very floaty, it feels lovely. I like the dark charcoaly navy colour as well. This one again has hidden pockets, and again you could wear this with a trainer, you could wear it with a chunky sandal, a mule, literally anything except a spindly feminine heel, which would feel totally off. But I love, love, love this dress, and I think the back as well is something to really admire. This is definitely one of my favourite dresses on the rail. I just think, like most of COSS stuff, it is going to be timeless. I can see myself wearing this until I'm dead, really. Like, I can be an 80-year-old and still knocking around the garden in this thing in a wellies. It's really versatile and totally timeless. I love it. And it feels gorgeous. Like, it's not lined, but the material is heavy enough to feel like you're being covered. It feels really good quality. Next up, we have a dress from a brand that I haven't bought from in years, but I looked on their site the other day and they had quite a few mid to long length dresses, and I thought I'm going to give one of these a shot because people seem to love this brand. This is the dress. It's from KITRI. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. I think they're stocked in John Lewis. This is like a silky satin sort of material. Let's put it on. So this is the KITRI dress. It's really, really silky on. I really like that leg split just there. I think that's super necessary actually. It adds a little bit of sex appeal to what is quite a full coverage style of dress. I think the length is perfect. It hits just above the ankle, so it doesn't feel like it's swallowing me up for a long style dress. So perfect for average height women like myself. Again, that really flattering sleeve length. It's elasticated here, but they're not tight. They just sit really comfortably. And I think the neckline's really flattering. It is more of a bow tee style neck. So let's talk about the pattern. It's a navy with mustard and turquoise floral design. Now, I don't like floral designs generally speaking. If they're too loud or they're too complicated, a bit like that vintage dress, often I don't go for them. But the reason I like this one is they feel like artistic paintbrush strokes. It feels like a grown-up floral, something that's a little bit more masculine, unisex. Yeah, I think it's actually a beautiful dress. It doesn't feel like overly romantic and ditzy. It's nipped in at the waist, but it is super loose. I opted for a size 8, which I fit comfortably. I could probably go down a size as well. I could probably go up a size and it would be a little on the large side, but it still look okay because it's that kind of that fall where it just kind of skims the body. It's not particularly tight anywhere. I really think this would be not only a nice way to just like knock around the house and just feel like a little bit more put together, but also it'd be the perfect garden party dress, a summer event, and I think it's pretty timeless. In terms of the colouring as well and the pattern, it's nothing too trendy. I feel like if you invested in this piece, then you could wear it for years to come. Last dress on the rail. So this is one of my favourite brands. They're very niche, they're from Australia, and I buy a few pieces from them every year because they are a little bit expensive and you do have to pay import fees because they do come all the way from Australia, but they come pretty quickly. So this is a dress that I actually wore on my lockdown birthday this year. All of the stuff that this brand sells, and they're called POSSE, is linen. So it makes them perfect for the summer months, hotter months. Everything they sell is just super flattering. Everything has that sort of like slightly oversized feel as well. Let me show you, because this is probably the most summery number in the whole rail. Okay, so this is the POSSE dress on. I love how it looks. I particularly love the back because it dips really low. That's really nice. The one thing I would say about this dress is, even though it looks like it's quite sturdy, I can already feel these sleeves are going to be a little bit of an issue and they might fall a little bit. Doing them up a little bit tight is probably a better idea. However, you kind of lose that long drapiness when you shorten the straps. So actually this dress feels a little bit awkward. I do love it though, and I'll just have to wear the straps up a little bit tighter, but it's a lovely dress. It's such good quality. The linen is gorgeous. It's very heavy, it's very swingy. You know that you're not going to have any pants on, knickers, underwear on show, bra on show when you're wearing this dress, because even though it is white, it feels really thick and heavy. Again, it's got those hidden pockets which are really cute and I love it. They are fast becoming a favourite feature of mine on a dress. And I love where the length hits as well. I feel like if it was any longer on me, then it probably would be too long and swamp me a little bit. Nips in at the waist as well, and it feels not too tight. And I like the way it kind of shows a little bit of flesh here as well. It stops it being too like girly and like young. So that was a little 5 spring dresses haul for you. I hope you liked it. It's just a lovely way to update your wardrobe, buy for the new season, and feel really put together with just one item. Dress up, dress them down. It's such a welcome change from sweats and joggers for me. I'm really loving just waking up, tying my hair up in a bun and throwing on one of these beautiful dresses. So yeah, I will link everything down below that I've mentioned, of course. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. It's a real mix of everything from fun and challenge videos, style hauls, makeup, lifestyle, mental health, sex and well-being and fitness. So make sure you come back soon and say hi. Thank you so much for following, and I'll see you back here on my channel really, really soon. Bye for now.